Hi, I'm Vicki Murphy. I am a Jira Align specialist with Expium, which is a Platinum Solutions partner with Atlassian. And in this video, I'll be talking about the updates to Jira Align from the release of version 10.109. This version was released to Jira Align instances on the continuous release track, which is likely your test environment if you have one, on July 1st, 2022. And the release will be added to production environments on July 15th, 2022. Let's go ahead and dig in. If you've been watching our Jira Align updates series, I'm going to change things up a little bit in this one. I'm going to be sticking in my PowerPoint slides, but you're going to see lots of great screenshots from the tools. The first update I want to address is the updates to estimation conversion syncing between Jira Align and Jira software. And I think it's best to talk a little bit about the background of how this works or has previously worked in Jira Align, and then what changes we're going to see with this release. Jira Align uses the concept of estimation conversions. You can choose your primary estimation statistic for your portfolio from the options of points, t-shirt size, team weeks, and member weeks. This estimation statistic affects how your portfolio estimates your features, capabilities, and epics within Jira Align. The most common selection that we work with is t-shirt size, so that's what I'm going to use in my example today. From a user perspective, t-shirt size is a great way to use relative estimating for your larger work items, and it is supported by several methodologies, including the SAFe framework. Jira Align, however, needs to use the estimate value from these work items in several calculations, including financial calculations like the estimated feature spend, for example. As you have probably guessed, you can't really use the value of small, medium, and large in some of these calculations. It's just not quite how the math works. So in the background, Jira Align converts that t-shirt size estimate to the points value or the other estimation statistic options using this chart that you see on my screen here. In a previous release, this conversion became visible to end users. Now you can choose to view the t-shirt size, points, and the weeks values in your grid and backlog views to compare this conversion without needing to contact an administrator. That previous release also made it possible to sync the conversion of t-shirt size and points to Jira software. If your administrator had the t-shirt size field configured and the setting allow bidirectional syncing of points for features turned on, when a t-shirt size was selected at the feature level in Jira Align, that t-shirt size value would sync to Jira software. But it would also run the conversion to points and sync that conversion from Jira Align to Jira software. However, there were some syncing errors with this setup. If a user updated the story points field in Jira software, that would effectively sync back to Jira Align. If it updated if the points update was great enough that it moved the t-shirt size estimation, that size would be updated in Jira Align, but that update would not sync back to Jira software. So ultimately, we would have different values in the t-shirt size field in Jira software and in Jira Align. Because we typically are not looking for this discrepancy between the tools, with version 10.109, the Jira Align team is reversing some of this syncing functionality. Now you can only sync one estimation value from Jira Align to Jira software at the feature level, so you can either sync the t-shirt size value or the points value, but not the converted value between the two. Whatever your primary estimation statistic is in Jira Align, this should continue to sync accordingly. For example, if you use t-shirt size for your features, this value should continue to sync from Jira Align to Jira software. However, you're no longer going to see any updates in the story points fields in Jira software. Additionally, if you make changes to the story points field in Jira software at the feature level, that will have no impact to the feature in Jira Align. And if you continue to update that estimate in Jira Align with the t-shirt size field, it will not overwrite any data in the story points field. If you need to view the conversion between these two values, you can still do so in the grid and backlog views in Jira Align. And also, this is all true if you are working in the opposite configuration. So if your primary estimation statistic is points, but you are syncing that converted t-shirt size value, all of this is still true as well. You're still only going to sync one estimation statistic for features with the release of this version. Now that you know the background and the changes, you're probably asking, what do I need to do, especially if you're an administrator? So to keep it short, you need to remove any fields from Jira software screens that are not the primary estimation statistic for features in Jira Align. If you have both the t-shirt size and the story points field on your feature level work item in Jira software, go ahead and remove whichever one is not the primary estimation statistic. So if in Jira Align users are using the t-shirt size field, remove the story points field from those features in Jira software. And if they're using points in Jira Align, then remove that t-shirt size field in Jira software. I recommend doing this because it will help avoid user confusion and potential misunderstandings about the actual estimate value of a feature. The Jira Align team did mention in the release notes that they will be continuing to make updates to this syncing behavior to provide a better user experience in the future. There were also several updates in this release to the connector between Azure DevOps and Jira Align. There's going to be auto-assigning of users to sprints when they are the assignee of a story, defect, or task added to that sprint. Users will by default be added with the 100% allocation rate for each sprint they are added to. If a user is a member of 2 or more sprints within one anchor date in Jira Align, their 100% allocation rate will be split evenly across those sprints. Default values can now be configured for fields that sync between Jira Align and Azure DevOps for bidirectional syncing fields. And this is for the stories, features, and bugs work items. And now the ability to move synced work items between programs in Jira Align is limited in Azure DevOps. Now, if you want to change the program a work item is synced to in Jira Align from Azure DevOps, you need to change the area path assignment in Azure DevOps. And this is because previously there were some syncing errors when moving it other ways. As always, there were several defect fixes with this release. You can check out the release notes in the description of this video to dig into those. That is all of the changes that we have with the release of version 10.109. Thank you very much for watching and good luck on your Jira Align journey.